Namaste, Jagdish here. As part of our conversations on learning for transformation, we are entering the penultimate episode. And in this penultimate episode, we are going to look at lesson 19, which I have termed as sensitivity to life. Before I proceed to elaborate on what I mean by sensitive to life as education and learning, let me try and see whether I can make sense with you in this confabulation about what it means to educate once again. Now, fundamentally, the care that we have for our own offspring is quite instinctive. It is okay to see, even in pictures or in movie clips, or probably even in news channel clips, news footages. It is okay to see an adult being beaten, but to see a child being beaten is extraordinarily painful. It is something that we can't bear. Probably some of the WhatsApp videos that you may have witnessed where the child is being punished or abused because the child is able to recite a table or is not able to recall certain things that have been taught for the homework is terribly heart wrenching. It actually is terrible. Now, this has a two important categorization here. Educating our children to be prepared for life is an important category for us. It requires some amount of violence where children cry when they go to school. Now, this aspect of sensitivity to human life is quite natural, especially towards their offspring, especially towards their children. Within this sensitivity, probably we need to explore the very nature of sensitivity itself. This sensitivity about their offspring is quite natural for all mammals. If a calf is hurt, the wailing of a cow is unmistakable. I mean, it's very clear, unmissable. Similarly, the way the dog suffers for its own puppy is something that you can't miss it. You will be able to clearly observe the wailing aspect of a dog or a cow. Now, the human sensitivity is slightly bigger. The sensitivity of life and the sensitivity of learning are in a way correlated. What is life? What do we call a life that is rich? A rich life is one where it is able to accommodate as many things as possible. If I am able to accommodate extraordinary physical health along with extraordinary richness, property, relationships, if I am able to accommodate everything in life, if every experience that I have in my life can be metabolized, that is what is a sensitive life. A life that is sensitive to the very processes of engagement we are dealing with on day-to-day basis. Now, if that is what is sensitivity, probably sensitizing our children to life itself is the most important ingredient. In the prevailing atmosphere of education, where we are all running towards some kind of rat race as if there is a competition that we need to compete with, if this becomes the ultimate goal of our education systems, forget it. We'll never be able to create that sensitivity for life. We can never help our children accommodate life. In fact, we get appropriated by social agreements. We get appropriated by some certain standard definitions of the way life exists. Can we as parents, sensitive teachers, and school leadership and school management really cause it? The answer is a very, very emphatic yes, you can. In fact, individual is the only agent who can cause it, not institutional mechanisms. As individuals who belong to systems can really cause it. Now, what are the ways of causing it? One of the ways that we cause it is give an opportunity of space where exploration is really possible. I remember talking about digestive system or teaching Hitler or anything, quadratic equation. How do you really create space is a question. Now, there are two ways of creating space. Be extraordinarily creative in pedagogic matters, in the way you are teaching children. Be extraordinarily creative. Don't stick to any pedagogic principle. Don't stick to anything at all. Number one. Second is, as individuals, adults who are causing learning in children, create extraordinary goals for yourself. Whether you are able to achieve the goal or not, The very striving that you create in order to achieve that goal is enough for you to create space. In the ultimate conversation, we are going to examine and conclude all these conversations together. Namaste. Thank you for being with me, Jagdish here.